Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Monday market update. Okay, for Monday, the 20th of October, 2025. As always, you're very welcome here, but just remember that you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. You've got Lockheed Martin. They've got their own. It's an interesting chart to me. All right, Lockheed Martin, you can see, had a real good run up, but then actually, bang, the sort of election of Trump hasn't necessarily been that great for Lockheed Martin. Okay, and we saw, real price drift its way back to the 200, and then sort of find itself in this kind of range for a good while, for a good period, for various reasons. Okay, I think generally just A, defense stocks, B, outbreaks of the possibilities of peace, and C, also just Lockheed Martin in terms of the contracts they are winning or not winning or not bidding for that have had that impact. But what we did see earlier in the summer was that we pressed to these lows, had a really nice false breakout, and then actually it's been great over the summer. Lockheed Martin have had a good summer. You can see that they have basically over those last 12 weeks, that has been a pretty strong run. But where we find ourselves here, okay, over the last couple of weeks is, we've pushed up to the big round number of $500. For me, I would see that as a weak evening star formation, which is normally a bearish price action. Why do I call it weak? Because actually, even though we had a bearish close and we've kind of closed beneath the kind of 50% of the sort of range of candles 1 and 2, there's still a lot of wick there, isn't there? I would have been liked us to have had a much more stronger bearish close. Nonetheless, as I said, it's an evening star. It's a reversal at a big round number. The day before their earnings. Once again, a bit like what we just said about Raytheon. If their numbers are good, I would expect us to at least drift back up to that 500. If their numbers are poor and we continue to get, as I said, that overall bearishness on aerospace and defense, well, then I think actually that, we kind of look to drift down towards this kind of 470 area, okay? 460 to 470, that's what I'd be looking for. So, let's see. Will those numbers tomorrow, will they be a catalyst, or will those numbers just be overwhelmed by overall market sentiment based upon what we see happening over the next week or two?